Yo, what is going on, you guys? So today I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the greatest sports card investments of the 2020s. I know in this channel we have a lot of educational content. This video is more going to be a for fun video, but I'm also going to give a little bit of my insights as to what I see happening in a lot of these players' markets. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into the video. So the first card that we have on this list is the Michael Jordan 1997 Skybox Metal Universe Championship PMG and a BGS 9. Now, of course, as you guys know, if you guys know anything about Metal Universe and PMGs, they've absolutely soared in price as of recent. And, you know, this card in December of 2018 sold for just $16,000 in a BGS 9. In 2018, that's an absurd price to pay for any card, you know, to put that in perspective. But that card most recently in August of 2024 sold for $268,000. So talk about almost a 20x in price. Now, of course, precious metal gems have been some of the most sought after, most rare parallels, you know, of that era in the 90s. And Michael Jordan, of course, with this not being a rookie card, with this simply being, you know, a Metal Universe precious metal gems, it is a crazy, you know, place to think that they've gotten this popular and their prices are sitting this high. So, you know, it's just absurd to see how many people, you know, a lot of these were just like ordinary collectors who were pulling these out of packs. They're pretty affordable packs when they dropped. I mean, a crazy card, you know, when it first released. But over time, the demand for these cards have shot up like crazy. Of course, the pandemic, a big part to do with, you know, the whole card market. But overall, PMGs have outplayed, you know, the entire card market by quite a long time. You know, if you were investing in Michael Jordan Fleers or any other Michael Jordan cards, you know, this PMG has outpaced a lot of those investments. You know, and I think in the long term, we could, you know, at this point, continue to see the rise. They haven't really dipped. Between 2020 and 2024 have dipped quite a lot because they've cooled down and they're so high, but PMGs haven't dipped at all. They have not missed a beat. If at all, they continue to go up in price. So I think it's definitely, you know, an interesting thing to see in the market. You know, PMG is not only for Jordan, but for Kobe, for any player, to be honest. You could have any random player and they still sell for $5,000, $6,000, the bare minimum, especially the green PMGs. Of course, the one I'm talking about is the Skybox Metal Championship PMG, but this trend is all Michael Jordan PMGs, the red PMGs, the green PMGs. They've absolutely taken off in price over the 6 years. So it's been great to see. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into the next player on this list that has absolutely blew everyone's minds, and that is none other than 2017 Gold Prism PSA 10. This card is one of the most iconic cards of the generation that we are in right now. You know, Patrick Mahomes has been clear-cut the best quarterback of my generation. Of course, Brady, but he's retired now. So it's Patrick Mahomes' league. He's not slowing. He doesn't have, you know, the best receivers right now, but it frankly doesn't matter for Patrick Mahomes. This kid is the best player in the NFL by quite a long shot. Now, his 2017 Gold Prism sold in October of 2018 for just $2,900. I'll say for a PSA 10 Patrick Mahomes Gold Prism. In February of 2024, in August of 2021, that same card sold for $528,000. So talk about almost 200x. You know, and Patrick Mahomes obviously throughout that time, you know, won a Super Bowl in 2020, MVP and all that, but, you know, his market taken off as he's proven to be the face of the league and as it has just, you know, absolutely taken off. I think his Gold Prisms have been one of his most important cards, along with his National Treasures. So that's definitely something, you know, that has been a surprise to a lot of people in the football card market, but it makes total sense at the same time that Patrick Mahomes' most important cards, you know, are at that $1 million point. And I think we could start to see some break it. It's just dependent on which cards come up of his and the demand at that point. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes, I think right now is, you know, one of the most solidified current NFL investments, becoming like the LeBron James, you know, of the NFL, you know, if not maybe more dominant. It's gotten to that point, and I think it's going to be exciting to see where Patrick Mahomes' market continues to go from here. Now, last up on this list is Luka Donic. Luka Donic, of course, during the whole pandemic, his card market absolutely skyrocketed. In 2018, his Gold Prism, you know, in a BGS 9.5 sold for just $8,500 in July of 2019, right before the pandemic, right before he took that big leap in his game. And since then, without a championship, without an MVP, in February of 2024, his BGS 9 of that card, not even a 9.5, his BGS 9 sold for $168,000. Now, Luka Doncic is, of course, one of the faces of the league. The Mavericks made the finals last year, but, that's still an absurd growth in his cards. That would probably put his 9.5 at around, I would say, $200,000 to $300,000. And that same card was under $10,000 just 5 years ago. So if you're able to pick the right players, this just goes to show that there is so much room to grow in the sports card market if you're able to pick the right players. If you're an NBA scout and you're wanting to get into the sports card market, it just goes to show there's so much upside if you're able to make the right picks. So that just also goes to show that if you're going after the right cards of these players. A lot of other cards of theirs did not have these big jumps, but the right cards of these players have these massive jumps. So if you're going to invest in a young player, going for a gold prism, going for a National Treasures True RPA, going for a black 101, those are the cards that are going to hold the long-term upside. And if the player does pan out, those are the cards that are going to boom in price. So I definitely think, Luka Doncic's market's in a super healthy spot right now. And it's absurd to see how some of these prices have gotten so big compared to where they were just 4 to 5 years ago. So I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope it was, a video that was less intense for you guys, but more just for enjoyment. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed, and peace.